Hi folks, and today I want to do a quick video about the Wacom Pro Pen Slim. Yeah, this isn't it. This is the regular Wacom Pro Pen 2. And this is the regular Wacom Pro Pen 3D. So here are both of these side by side. But today Wacom have announced the new Wacom Pro Pen Slim. Yeah, that's right. It's available in Japan and it will be available to the rest of the world shortly. So if you want to see what it looks like and what's so special about it, well, here you go. I can show you right now on my phone. There you go. So at the top of the barrel by the buttons there, it's 11mm, whereas the regular stylus, the Pro Pen 2, is 15mm, and the Pro Pen 3D is 14.3, and down by the bottom end you're talking about 9.5mm versus 11.9mm. Okay, it doesn't sound like much of a difference, does it? When I look at the difference between these two on that little spec diagram there, little spec picture, I can actually feel the difference. Now, the reason why Wacom have created the Pro Pen Slim is because many artists have asked for a slimmer stylus because of hand cramp. Now, I work with the Pro Pen 2 just as I did with the Pro Pen 1. This is my Pro Pen 1. Oh no, is it? Yeah, that's my Pro Pen 1. I've got some styluses. This is fairly worn. It actually still looks pretty good. You can see it's a bit worn here. This has actually lasted really well. This is from the old 21 HD, and oh, that thing's chewed and all the silver's worn off of it. Oh, it looks manky. This one, it's a bit chewed as well, and you can see some of the coatings worn off. They actually did a lot better job on designing this one. You can see I've scratched it in a few places, but that was from my 27Q HD. I got confused because I changed the colouring on it. But yeah, so this one's the Pro Pen Slim is going to be a couple of mils thinner. Do I think you're going to notice it? Yeah, I do think you're going to notice it. Well, look, I made chopsticks. Yeah, I do. I don't know until if I get my hands on one. Personally, would I like a slimmer stylus? Let me show you something. These are just some. Let me move those Wacom styluses out of the way. They're just some of the styluses that I have kicking around my office. Yeah. So, I'm used to trying different pens. I've also got, I normally keep my pens and my styluses with the tablets. So these are just spares, basically. There's a lot of surface ones in here. Things like that as well. It's a Wacom stylus. I kind of like chunky ones. There's a really old Wacom one. There you go. It's from 1997. Notice how slim that one is. Realistically, do I want something really thin? I wouldn't want it too thin, and I think that's the main reason they've kept it, why they've only taken a slight tiny bit off of this, rather than going as thin as, say, that older stylus there, or as thin as something like that. I think Wacom could do it quite easily, but I found with thinner styluses that it actually is more likely to give me hand cramp. Personally, it's hard for me to tell if it's going to work the same for me as it is for everybody else in that, because I'm a bit of a strange boy. Yeah. My hands can do things that other hands just can't do. Don't know if that's weird, but yeah. So personally, I like drawing with pencils, and this stylus, which is a Staedtler Norris Wacom pencil, and that works on the Samsung Note. That's awesome. But so for example, you know, these Surface pens, which are very straight up and down, I don't like that. You know, the Wacom Pro Pen 2, just the Wacom design in general is the best kind of design that I like. And when I saw Slim, I thought, would I like a slimmer stylus? But then when I saw that they'd only made it a tiny bit slimmer, I thought, okay, that's interesting. You know, I have fairly big hands anyway, so okay, yeah, I'm willing to give that a go. Let me know what you think in the comments below. What's your favourite stylus out there? Do you like, you know, my most hated stylus in the world? What do you think to all these other kind of styluses out there and their designs that are very similar to, say, the Surface stylus? Are you like me? Did you actually really enjoy that Staedtler Norris? What do you think to the Pro Pen 2? You know, that lovely rubber grip. That I really like that rubber grip as well. Again, all the other brands and their styluses as well. Some that don't have rubber grips. Shamefully. Who doesn't have a rubber grip? Oh, who doesn't have a rubber grip now? You know, for me, I think the Pro Pen Slim, yeah, that might be awesome. I think for me, I work for like 16 up to 18 hours a day, and that, the Pro Pen 2, pretty awesome. I don't think I need a different stylus. I don't get hand cramp. Maybe it's just because I'm a pro with 20 years experience. You know, it's like being in the army, you just muster on through. But you know, I can really understand the need for it for some people. Maybe if you've got smaller hands, maybe that's a need. Maybe you just don't. Maybe I would get it and then go, hang on, you know what? Yeah, this really does work. I don't know it until I try it, and I never recommend products that I don't try, so yeah. There's not much else to say. I mean, it's the same stylus. It's still got 8,000 levels of pressure. It's still got 2 programmable buttons. It's still got an eraser on the end. There's nothing different about this stylus than there is from the Pro Pen 2. It's compatible with all the same devices that the Pro Pen 2 is. You know, it won't work on anything else that the Pro Pen 2 won't work on already, and the Pro Pen 3D. So, realistically, news-wise, this is great for you if you do feel that the Pro Pen 2 is a bit big and chunky. You know, if you've always had that concern, if it's always been something that's put you off of, you know, this stylus, then yeah. If, for example, though, it's more of the shape of the Pro Pen 2 that you dislike, then it's still got the same shape. But what I will say is, the Pro Pen 3D, it is a tiny bit straighter along there, and this part of it here, this part of it, is less pronounced as it is on here. It's ever so slight, but that part there, you can see, less pronounced here. So, and you notice that while you're working, it looks ever so slight, but there. And that's the same point about the Pro Pen Slim. Okay, the size difference doesn't seem like much when you're looking at it on paper, you know. If I show you that again, there you go, there's the measurements again. Try to line them up. and you can see the difference in all three styluses. Doesn't seem like it should be much, but I think when you're actually using it, it will make a difference. Okay, so I'll leave that there. There's no reason for me to keep reiterating it and chattering on. One thing I do want to say before leaving this video is, the other day on one of my Q&A videos, I was filming on my phone, the focus was going in and out, we looked like we were having some kind of dance party. I joked about adding music on over the top. The reason why we're not having focus issues today is because today I'm using a capture card. Yes, there you go. The good folks at I don't know how to pronounce this. I'm just going to go for it. Evia Media. I was chatting to them on Twitter. They've sent this over. I'm going to do a full review. How cool is this? I'm plugged this in to my Sony, my Sony Action Cam here. So yeah, so this looks pretty good. I'm using I'm going to go for it again, Evia Media's capture software as well, which comes free with the capture card. So that's what I keep looking at over here. So it's all pretty cool. This is my first test run as well. So yes, it's going well. Hopefully, fingers crossed. We will see when the recording's finished. But yes, so the video quality of this is better. And when I come back to doing more Q&As, this is the quality you will be seeing. So yeah, hopefully these Q&As will be daily from now on. I think this will be the start of something beautiful. You can ask me about the pens, about the tech that I'm using and reviewing. As long as you're a subscriber, you know, I will answer your questions. Feel free to ask me anything you want. Yeah. Let me know what you think of the styluses. Let me know what stylus you're using. Let me know what you want from stylus. Do you want buttons? I can't cope without buttons. You know, I like, to be honest, I've started using the Pro Pen 3D more because I like having the button down there. Wow, this focuses really well. This little Sony Action Cam, it's an older one from 2017 that I'm using. I picked this up while I was in LA doing some stuff for Dell. I was showing off their Dell canvas. Yeah, and the focus on it is really good. This is actually a 4K camera, but I'm just capturing at 1080p. Yeah, so I like the button being down there rather than having an eraser on the end. It actually makes it easier. So I program that bottom one to be the eraser, then I have my right click, and then that button there becomes my hand, my move tool. So I can scoot around my canvas like that. Yeah, rather than just having my right click, my hand tool, which is spacebar, and then my eraser up there. That way I'm not flicking the pen round half the time. There we go. I find that just makes it easier and quicker. You know, it's just the way it is. But you know, when I look at other styluses, and I know I'm picking on the, you know, I know this is, they're all magnetic. I know I'm picking on, say, the Surface Pen here. I've got a Surface Pen 3, sorry. I've got a Surface Pen 4, and somewhere in here is buried a Surface Pen, the latest one. But yeah, just the one button. It's kind of hard to click as well, and it's so slim up and down. I'm gonna have to do something about that. Let's do something about that in the video. Let me know what you guys think. Yeah, what stylus are you using? What do you like? What do you hate? What would you change? We've got a new slim Pro Pen now. Do you want a slim Wacom Pro Pen 3D Slim as well now? Would you like one of those? What about the art styluses from Wacom? Would you like to see more of those done in slim? The newest one I've got is actually that. I haven't used any of the other ones in a long time. Funnily enough, I find that the standard Pro Pen, well now the 3D one, is good enough for me. but you know, I would certainly like to try the slim one and see, you know, for somebody who uses it as many hours in a day as I do, I think it's certainly worth giving it a shot, trying it out, you know, and seeing if it makes a difference to my working day. Right, love you and leave you. Yeah, hit subscribe, leave your questions, and I will answer them in video form. I'm working hard on my review for the Cintiq 32. The reason it's not out yet is because I'm actually doing a complete series of videos. And it's kind of hard. I'm not just shooting a video and then another video and then another video. I'm doing kind of all of them at once in a big jumble fashion and editing them all. It's a nightmare. But they're going to look fantastic once they're done. And what I'll do is I'll just kind of go bleh and just give you an entire series at once, so that way you can binge watch them rather than giving you one week and then making you wait a week for the next one and a week for the next one, which would be awful. I'm sorry if you're waiting, but I just think this is the better way to do it. Yeah, and that's kind of another reason for me doing these things, is so you guys don't just think I've died. Right, I'm off. Bye. Make sure to subscribe.